Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. All right. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Cranky. Hey, Dee Dee. Please remember to hit the like button if you have not done it already. If you have, I thank you and I appreciate it. Hi, Leslie. All right. So for Scorpios. All right. So there's so many different energies for all different kinds of Scorpios. All right. Sun, moon, and rising. Yes. Cross watchers. Yes. For a lot of Scorpios, you have a lot on your plate right now, or you're dealing with a lot. You may be getting ready to move, or you've already moved. You also are maybe ready to sell something, buy something. For some of you, there is a location thing coming up. Something with location makes a lot of sense. Oh my God, Leslie. So I can feel that Scorpios, you have either put somebody through so much broken promises, disasters, disappointments, heartache, confusion, arguments, disagreements, or in fact, you have been with a Scorpio, and this is you cross-watching, seeing that they have in fact not treated you the way they should. They have not done all that they could. They did not put the work in that was expected or that they promised. A lot of you are dealing with a disappointment from a Scorpio. Now, Scorpios, who I'm talking to now, Scorpios. Some of you Scorpios have been through enough. Some of you Scorpios tried to understand somebody. You tried to listen. You tried to reason. Tried to rhyme. You even tried to disagree, or you even tried to agree, even when you didn't, just to keep the peace. A lot of you have been struggling a lot to just try to keep peace with a certain situation, or try to keep somebody even at a distance. Some of you have blocked somebody. Some of you have put them off. Some of you have completely tried to ignore them, so to speak. Some of you are dealing with Scorpios who you're wanting to get their attention, but so far nothing's going on, or a Scorpio is trying to get your attention, and so far nothing's going on. Scorpios, as I said in the beginning, you have had to go through many lessons in life up to this point. However, you were taught, but not everybody kind of got it. Not everybody completed the lesson, so to speak. Not everybody has put the work in that was needed. So now some of you may have to repeat this lesson. Some of you definitely may need to refocus on something. It feels like there could be also a balance that is needed for you, maybe between you and your job, you and a coworker, or you and an old friend, somebody who you haven't bothered with for quite some time. There is some kind of balance needed. For some of you, it feels as if you guys, Scorpios, you have just MIA. You're missing in action. Can't be found. Can't be located. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's wondering what happened. For some of you, there might have been trouble. There might have been the law. There might have been legal things going on. There might have been health issues going on for some of you. There may have been deaths in your family for some of you. Exactly, Heather. Yep, Renata, not right now, but when I'm complete, when I finish all of my videos, if I'm not exhausted by then, yes. So don't send anything yet, because I'm not positive on that yet. I still have 4 videos to go. But anyway, with that being said, Scorpios, a lot of you had to deal with so-called the devil card, and the devil card can talk about either being still or can talk about addictions, any kind of addiction. And to talk about somebody in excess of, meaning too much, no moderation, no key here of moderation at all. A lot of you had to go back and forth again in your life. A lot of you have repeated the same things over and over again and keep wondering why your life's miserable. For some of you Scorpios, there's been a time where you tried to cut the slate or cut the slack or cut the ties with somebody, but they kept coming back, or they come and find you. Somebody is still looking for you, Scorpio. Somebody is still wanting to communicate. Somebody's still wanting to be with you. Somebody's going to tempt you to the other side. That is when you'll find out where exactly you really are right now in your life, on whether or not you want to go back to what you used to have, or you want to stay with where you're at. You're going to have a strong temptation take over you. And unless you think with the proper part of your body, you are not going to make the right decision. So be very cautious. You've been warned. Somebody's definitely coming back. Exactly, Heather. You need to change your phone number or block that person completely. So for a lot of you, again, dealing with toxic relationships, a lot of you are looking to move forward to someone new, which will come. But newness cannot come in until you get rid of things from the past. You have to make room for something new to come in. There is definitely going to be healing coming up very soon for you. The arguments and those actions that were happening before are finished, okay? There is going to be new offers, opportunities, as I said, coming in the next 4 to 6 months. I don't feel like right away you're going to get into relationships unless you're already speaking to someone now. Then that will continue. There's also be a retrograde that will be coming up soon, which may create setbacks or delays, so be careful. The universe is trying to hand you a blessing, so to speak. Also know the universe is saying, I'm going to handle that karma for that person that you so much explained to me or expressed to me how wrong they did you. I saw that for myself. They will receive their karma. Trust and believe that. A lot of you are working on meditations right now, trying to find ways to calm yourself or help you to sleep. You're definitely dealing with something that ended, which needed to end. Some of you may have experienced that tower moment, but that tower moment came in because you didn't listen to the red flags and you didn't push them away. So the tower moment had to take them away, one way or the other. For a lot of you, somebody from your past is looking over an entire situation. They're second guessing themselves on decisions and choices they made. So if they chose to go with another person over you, now they're second guessing that choice. Now they're regretting a choice that they made. They are definitely thinking about contacting, communicating, and talking to you. I feel like once they do, you're going to be looking very closely at how far you've come. You're going to look very closely, Scorpio, at things that you've overcome, things that you got past, things that you now have put balance to, things that in the past that were creating you to feel as if you were dead, making you feel as if death was upon you, making you feel like everything was wrong. There was nothing right for you a long time going on in your life. There was so many things that were not right that you couldn't decide what you were going to do next. I also think that where the Seven of Swords is, it does talk about somebody wanting to take something from you that's not theirs. So somebody could be trying to steal a glimpse of you. Somebody could be trying to steal something from you. So be careful of that. Somebody could be trying to ease their way into your life to see what they can get. Be careful of that. Again, for some of you, you're not going to accept a cup like Heather. You're not going to accept something that somebody's going to offer anymore, because why would you want that cup when you have 3 cups down here with the same thing? So you don't need that cup. You don't need their cup. They're not offering you anything different. For some of you, this is an opportunity in a love triangle. This may be somebody married that comes towards you and makes that offer to you, but you're refusing it. Because why would you want that if somebody else already has it, if it doesn't truly belong to them to give to you? Because they gave that love to somebody else first. There is going to be an overabundance amount of blessings coming towards you. Happiness, joy, tears of joy will be right around the corner. Something's finally going to happen that's going to make you think twice. That's going to make you grateful for the choices and decisions you made based on what you focused at, what didn't work out. A lot of you are still stuck on looking at everything that you lost instead of turning around and seeing you still have a couple cups over here that have not been touched or scarred or scorned or emptied. These cups are empty. Everything's spilled out. There's nothing in them. They are empty. There is nothing here left. Correct. But if you turn around, you still have something. But you've lost your faith. You've lost your hope. And you're not paying attention to your surroundings. You're too focused on what happened. It's time to let that all go. Block them 100% because they hurt you, because they deceived you, because they took from you, and because they didn't care about your feelings. If they didn't care then, they're not going to care now, and they won't care tomorrow. It's not about that. You have very tough decisions to make, Scorpios. Very hard decisions. Some of you, some of the decisions will come very easily, like choosing not to go back to an ex, like choosing not to cheat on the person you're with now, like choosing to move forward and taking care of your finances, putting your family first, putting children first. A lot of you definitely are behind the swords or leaning up against the swords, which means a lot of emotions here. So this card is filled with a lot of emotions. You're so emotional about something that you really don't know what decision you want to make. There's something that is playing mind games with you. There's one part of you that wants to help somebody else, and another part of you knows if you help them, you're going to hurt yourself doing it. So you have to take care of yourself first. For some of you, you're going to be in the fool's shoes. Unfortunately, you're going to be in the fool's shoes because you're not looking where you're going. You're not paying attention. You're just going along with life, not trying to fix anything, not addressing anything. A lot of you are procrastinating on a lot of different things. And the end result of procrastination is everything's going to hit you all at once. That's what happens when you put something off. Even if you don't feel like doing it, something's going to hit you all at once, and then you're going to have to do it. You're going to be forced to be overwhelmed for a while. So why put all that pressure on you? Again, be careful of arguments, okay? People may want to pick a fight during the month of May. Don't allow that. People may call you. They may hang up on you. They may text you words that you don't like. Just delete it and ignore them. Just delete it and ignore them. For a lot of you, love is coming out of the blue unexpectedly with the King of Pentacles. There is going to be love offers coming out of the blue, and it's coming quickly. So hold tight, hold still, because this could be for any one of you where somebody's going to be willing to test the water, so to speak, with the Temperance card. Yes, it could be with a Sagittarius, but yes, it is somebody who's willing to step into their emotions and to allow themselves to finally feel love again for someone. So that's coming. A lot of you are going to dispute or disregard this Emperor person who comes across as wanting it their way, wanting to be stubborn, wanting to be very authoritative, maybe somebody in uniform that you know. Either way, this person has no room in your life. There's no room for you to put them in your life. None. The result of that will be happiness coming your way, fulfillment. A lot of you are escaping, getting away from that toxic energies, and finally now enjoying the comfort of your own home with the peace and quiet and tranquility that's there. For some of you, an ex is still hanging around, hoping to get you to break, hoping to change your mind. You're going to have decisions once again to make, but remember, they left you out in the cold. They treated you the way they did. They may have had that third-party situation. You may have heard it from somebody else and confronted them about it, but you will remain the Empress. That is your final card. You will remain the Empress. You will remain in control. You will remain in a very happy state. There are things that are going to be changing very quickly for you. However, there are still lessons for you to learn because you did not complete them all the way you should have. So there is something that's still needing to be done. You're going to weigh out the options on that and get a balance. Once that balance comes in, you'll know exactly what you're doing. So we had a third party. Okay, Catherine, yep, that's exactly what it said. And, you know, because they made that choice, they thought the grass was greener. Let them stay over there and cut that grass because you don't need them anymore. When somebody decides to take that chance and ignore your feelings, not only put you at risk and health risk for STDs or any other kind of sexual transmitted diseases that could have came with it. Somebody wasn't thinking about all that when they came back. But they sure went out there just thinking with one thing, not their brain for sure. And that got them into a whole bunch of shit that wasn't worth losing you over. So, you know, I don't think it was that good that they were willing to lose you over. So guess what? They will pay that price for the rest of their life because they'll never find nobody like you. Yeah, and it's true, Catherine. And you know what? He's just not going to get it. He's just not going to get it. To them, it's just, oh, I just did that once, blah, blah, blah. They don't think about how you cried. They don't think about how you already knew. They don't think about the heartbreak that it caused. They just think you should be able to just wipe it off, just like it's a piece of sweat. Wipe it off, clean it up, and you're fine now. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that because women have so many emotions and feelings where, you know, men, they don't feel it like that. They don't get that like we do. We hear a love song and we think about love, romance, marriage, and all that kind of stuff. Men hear it and they just think about sex. That's it. You may get a little bit of feelings from some of them, but majority of them, They don't think like we do. They don't get into the emotional part like we do. They weren't made for that. They were made to be strong and tough, and to be. Some of them are womanizers. Just put it blank. Some of them are womanizers. They think women are only here for one thing: put on that show for them, jump in bed with them, and have a baby for them. That's it. That's your value. You're done, and take care of them. That's it. Yeah, I didn't do it for Libra, but I'm going to do something separate for Libra. Very true. Very true. So this is it. Um, this is your Scorpio. I will be back in a moment. I need to do Capricorn.